respected elders, devotees from around the world, staff and students, good morning and welcome to One World, One Family World Cultural Festival. The Zulu philosophy of Ubuntu echoes the spirit of I am because we are. It is a reminder that our humanity is woven together as one tapestry. As we celebrate South Africa, from the rhythms of its music to the courage of its leaders, South Africa tells the world that peace is possible, reconciliation is real, and that unity is the highest victory. This is the very essence of One World, One Family, to live as one, to serve as one, and to rise as one under the umbrella of divine grace. With immense joy, we now welcome Father Edward Thomas as the distinguished speaker for the Universal Wisdom for a United World lecture series. A champion of social service, Father Thomas has served as member of the Child Rights Commission, Government of Karnataka, tirelessly working for the rights and welfare of children. He is the founder and chairman of Dream India Network, one of the India's leading social service organization that provides care, dignity, and opportunity to the most vulnerable. His leadership further extends as the Vice President of Federation of Volunteer Organization for Rural Development in Karnataka. It is a federation of more than 800 non-governmental organizations united in the spirit of service. Through his life and mission, Father Thomas reflects the very essence of one world, one family, breaking down barriers of caste, creed, and class, and weaving together communities through compassion and care. His work stands as a living proof that when we embrace the spirit of universal brotherhood, we can create a world where every child, every individual feels a sense of belongingness. We welcome Father Edward Thomas to share his wisdom on building a united world.
Dear Sri Madhusudan Sai Guruji, the founder of One World and One Family mission, and the leaders and family members of Prashanti Balamandira Trust, the spiritual leaders, children, young soldiers of One World and One Family mission, friends and well-wishers. I am truly delighted to be here as we celebrate the 100 days of festival with the occasion of a spiritual giant, Sri Sathya Sai Baba Ji, who has influenced millions of people in this world, across the globe, cutting away the religion, language, and borders. And that's a celebration that we are going to have today. And I congratulate Sri Madhusudan Rai and his followers, taking this legacy forward to make this beautiful mission, love, unity, and shared humanity. And today the world is celebrating war, division, and conflict among religions. And the students, you know that. If you look at the whole world, all the wars are being fought in the name of God and religion. At this particular time, when we are coming together to celebrate love and unity and shared humanity, I think the students and the young soldiers of One Family mission, I think they should realize what we are heading for. And I truly believe this 100 years, God has given to our hands. During the COVID time, many thought they won't survive. And many healthy people did not survive. But God has granted us life. And today we are all here, it is because of His mercy. And this 100 years is given to our hands. Please understand that. This has been given to us by our ancestors, the spiritual legends who fought maybe for freedom for our country, and entire world, it has handed over to us. Now what we are going to hand over to the next generation. And that's the reason we are here on this beautiful occasion where this cultural celebration of 100 days, and we are here. And today, I am called as a Christian, as a Catholic priest, as a person belonging to Don Bosco, to share the wisdom, values, and message of peace of Christianity. So that is my talk today. What are the wisdom, values, and messages of Christianity? And I am here to share that. Today we have seen a lot of people on social media. Unfortunately, your students, Madam Bhuvana was just sharing with me, you don't have mobiles. Good. You will have time. But then we are talking about influencers. The social media influencers are many. And we have many in this universe, maybe in this country, influenced the thought. That's why today we are here, because of Sathya Sai Grama, who influenced the entire world. There was an influencer, a carpenter's son, and he is Jesus Christ. And today I'm going to talk about this carpenter who influenced the entire world. And I'm very sure this aligns with today's topic. The mission of this particular institution, one world and one family mission. And we are here to celebrate love, humanity, and shared mission. That is actually the goal of Jesus Christ. Now, if you are looking at Christianity, Christianity also has got a history. Children, it has also a history. We call that one salvation history. What is salvation history? If you look at the Bible, at the beginning, very interestingly, we have seen a beautiful garden. I think the garden must be like this place. It's beautiful. And we had two people, Adam and Eve. And they had no sins. They were just enjoying like this. Suddenly, God must have thought, that's a salvation history. What is the use of creating them like this? God can create us any way that we would like to. He liked to. He can create us with wings, like angels, no sins, no egos. God can create. So God created and said, they have no responsibility. Yeah, they are just enjoying. So God decided to depart from that particular garden and said, you live. You live. This 100 years we give to you. You go. But then what happens? When God is not with them, man behave like animals. The moment they moved out because of the one sin they are committed and all that, the idea of God was actually create this world and give freedom to people. And you create a garden. You create a beautiful garden. You create peace and harmony. It's your responsibility. It's like in your classroom, sometimes teachers are not there. You're quite happy. You can converse with your friends. You can make little noise. You have your freedom. Just imagine, yes or no? Yes. We have been also students. The same way, God decided to depart from this world and standing far away. Like we have, people watch you on cameras fitted here and there. Like God is watching from on top. Let me see what this humanity is doing. And the freedom is given. The salvation history says like this, God departed and He gave the entire freedom. Like any animal has to survive, he has to eat, he has to drink, he has to procreate, everything is there. Then He found the world is going a different direction. So what He did, many times we have in the history, we have Elijah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, they are all prophets. God sent these prophets and told them, hey, please behave properly, don't do this. We have kings raised up, like David and Solomon's, again telling them. What happens? The humanity went on. We must have seen what humanity is. Finally, according to Christianity, God sent His own Son. That is Jesus Christ. We celebrate last year. Last December, I came to celebrate Christmas over here. It is actually God sending his own son as an ordinary human being born as a carpenter's son. But he was different. 30 years we not see him. He was moving around, searching. That's why some of them say that Jesus also came to Kashmir. A truly liberated human being. One who is going to the society. One who is moving to the world. They should be truly liberated. Getting away and come back. That's what Jesus Christ did. Now if you look at him, what he did? He has not come here to, start a religion. No, he did not come to start a religion. So if you look at Jesus Christ, I would like to take a few points from him. The first thing, he wants the world, everybody to align with God. Aligning with God. When you align with God, what happens? You will be different. As I mentioned, your egos, your struggle for power, money, everything disappears. You just be a nice, wonderful human being. And that's the reason he said, aligning with God. And he used to say, go to God, go to the Father. And I and my Father is same. That means we are aligning. We become same. We become like God. And for me, it is like, it is like small iron pieces traveling to a big magnet. You know it, what happens. A big magnet, slowly it goes, and finally it gets attracted. And it becomes one. And the iron piece becomes another magnet. And when that magnet comes, when that small magnet comes, and we have our Madhusudan Rai is another magnet who met the Lord, met God, and he's coming back in the world, and he's preaching the same. And Jesus wanted that, aligning with God. And once you touch God, you become transformed. Your thinking becomes different. Your attitude becomes different. There is no religion, there is no caste, there is no creed. There is nothing. And that's the reason Jesus wanted them to take to God and come back. That liberation is something very, very different. And that's why Jesus said, transformation of the heart. If you look at Jesus Christ, look at the statements he made. At the cross he said, they do not know what they are doing. Forgive them, Lord. What kind of liberation? They do not know. Those who are murdered him, killed him. He said, they do not know what they are doing. Just forgive them, Lord. If somebody beats you on your right, show the left too. Those who are asking, to travel 2 kilometers, walk 4. Don't ask back. Before the sunset, let your anger be, subsided. Not 77 times, 70 times you forgive. That means fully liberated human being. That was the vision of Jesus Christ. That's the vision of this institute. Liberation. And that's the reason he called 12 apostles. And whom he called, he was a bad HR. Because usually HR, you get the best ones. But he got these 12 fishermen. And I was wondering, these 12 fishermen, he was trying to fight with them. And he's asking who is the biggest, greatest. Finally, what happened? If you really look at, we say, oh, Jesus Christ is a failure. Because he tried to convert them, chain them. And finally, one betrayed. One, he said, I don't know who that guy is. But he never used his, godly power to transform them. He did his power and taught them. Liberate yourself. That was the message. And when this Holy Spirit came, that's the time in which liberation. What is this Holy Spirit? Holy Spirit is a time in which you are touched. You are touched by the divine. You become different, your attitude become different. So when the divine touched, the Holy Spirit touched, all these apostles ran and they started preaching, talking. That's why Christianity grew. So Jesus Christ came down from God to not to make a religion. But then people have started, their own religions, cult, group. And maybe, today the Christianity is grown because of because the institutional setup that has been there. Otherwise it won't be there. So institutional setups are really good. But then constantly it has been touched, it has been cleansed, and that is how today the entire world celebrates. So Jesus Christ first aligning with God. When aligns with God, you become transformed. Once he transformed, and he started building communities. Small communities built up here and there. So that the message of peace and harmony, like this institution, should go forth. Next one, very interestingly. He continued the same mission, aligning and transformation. And that's why he was going around teaching and preaching. He was not talking about a religion there. He was talking about transform, become liberated. You become the most liberated human being. And that was the message of Jesus Christ. And next message is very clear. That is actually being with the last, least, and the lost. The same mission of our Guruji. Being with the last, least, and the lost. And he talks only about that. I was just telling Bhuvana ma'am, I have seen this Guruji not talking about miracles that is going to happen. He is talking about humanity and love and nothing more, and service. And Jesus Christ was with the last, least, and the lost. Please remember this beautiful sentence. When people came around final judgment, he said about final judgment. You talked everything and we made a final judgment. What is the final judgment? The king will come and he will start judging you. And some will be on the left and some will be on the right. And he will say, those who are on the left, where were you when I was hungry? Where were you when I was hungry? He aligned with God. That means God is present in the person who is lying on the roadside. Where were you when I was naked? Where were you when I was in prison? Where were you when I was thirsty and hungry? You did not feed me. You did not give me a drink. You did not visit me. Then they asked, when did you come? When did you come? I did not see you. Then he said this beautiful sentence. When you did it, the least of my brethren, who is on the roadside, the poor, you did it for me. That is his religion. His religion is to take care of the poorest of the poor, the helpless, who cannot have anything. And when you look at this country today, there are a lot of poor people are there. Why this poverty is there? Because spiritually we have not aligned. If the spiritual alignment is there, today there will be sharing. And if you remember, when Jesus Christ started the beginning with Christianity, they used to come all together. The community used to come together. They used to sell all their property and bring together. And there is a sharing. That was the starting of Christianity. It was sharing. But then, slowly what happens, like any system, it will have its own problems. It was sharing. So, and to the right side, he said, yes, when I was hungry, you fed me. When I was thirsty, you gave me drink. And you go to the place where is designed for you, the heaven. That means, Jesus never asked, or God never asked, Jesus never mentioned where you are belonging to Christianity, Hinduism, or Muslim community, or Jain community, or Buddhist community. He never asked. The test to heaven, the beautiful place where you are talking, he is asking for looking at a humanity. Never a religion, caste and creed, my group. And that is Jesus Christ. That's the message. And that the message this institution is giving. We rise above the religion. We rise for this beautiful, spirituality where humanity is one and we talk about humanity. So, today what Jesus Christ is talking to all of us and the spiritual gurus are talking about to us is this. Let us have that equality. Today God has to be made us justice. When you are doing justice to somebody, you are loving God. When you are showing mercy to somebody, you are loving God. And the fourth one, the final one. I think this has not been picked up by many because this is dangerous. You know, he fought, he stood for truth. You know, Jesus Christ was murdered. He was killed. For what? Who killed him? His own religion. His own religion killed him. Then priests, then religious leaders of the religion killed him. Because he found he is dangerous. He was not talking about the traditional religion. He said, no, the Sabbath is meant for men. You don't burden the people. He told the religious leaders, you brood of vipers. If I tell a religious leader, you brood of vipers, tomorrow I won't survive. He said, no, students, will we survive? No. He was liberated. He said, the rules are meant for human beings. Don't burden on them. And he broke Sabbath. Sabbath is actually the traditions and rules of the religion. You should not eat that day. You should not work that day. Even picking up a corn from the field is considered as work. You sin. And he said, what a joke it is. And he was mocking the jokers of the religion. I said, no, this cannot be accepted. Then the Jewish religion, he was born. You know, Jewish religion. Very strict with the rules and regulations, like any other religion present here now. He fought the religion and he was killed by then religious leaders. Because they found he is a threat. Today, how many of us talk about justice, peace? My dear young people, today, you need to think about that. I am ashamed sometimes, which I spoke recently. You know, it seems in Manohar, North Karnataka, one guy came for haircut. Suddenly, the one who is giving haircut realized he is a low caste, from a lower caste sect. He cut his nose. Hey, this is our country? Is it our country? Recently, I came to know one of the states. I shall not mention. Some young boy was playing. He touched the water reservoir. They got angry because he is from a lower caste. Beat up the child, cleansed the water, and entire water was drained and puja was made there in order to cleanse the water. You young people today, children and young people, do you believe that? Is it our country should be like this? Are we jokers? Are we jokers? And who talks about that? Today we are talking more and more about that. We are getting microscope from America and place, looking at caste and subcaste, and it is going on. 21st century, when you are talking about one humanity, can we think about all this? And who has got courage to tell? No, nobody has got courage. Youngsters, you tell me, do you believe in caste? Do you believe in just because I speak a different language, you become different? I come from a different region. There are cases. Mumbai culture, nobody should be from outside. Is it the country that we are looking at? I think that's a place in which Jesus Christ said. He was killed by age of 33. He was not frightened. Brood of vipers. He said, you whitewashed tombs. Wow, what whitewashed tombs? That means you are. And he said, don't listen to what they speak, but don't do according to what they are doing. That means the talks and the doings were completely different. And he stood and he was killed. And you know the entire story ends. And after 3 days, he rises up again. This is Jesus Christ, who stood aligning with God. Be transformed. Be a nice human being. Then take care of the poorest of the poor. Because when consumerism starts, when this politics aligned with religion, where power, money becomes the path, He knew that there will be a lot of poor will be there. And that's the reason he started a church. He started a church with the apostles. They started. A movement he started. It was a movement. Movement to align with God. A movement for transformation. A movement to take care of the poorest of the poor. I'm telling you today, Christianity, if you are a Christian, he cannot make a distinction between Hindu, Christian and Muslim. The moment he make a distinction, it is against the spirit of Christianity. He cannot. It's a sin. And we talk about a conversion. No. Today, no forced conversions are not allowed. It's not. As Christianity, the Catholic Church doesn't believe any kinds of forced conversions. It's a sin. It's not loved by Jesus Christ. We are not here to align a lot of people inside there. No. And this can be taught by anybody. And anybody can counter that. No forced conversion. No allurement. Not giving food and medicine. We don't do that. We do. As Christians, we are supposed to be on that third aspect. Wherever even is hungry, thirsty. But what happens when it is being, sometimes it has been misunderstood, because sometimes what happens, what is shown outside, some priests and sisters going with this dress and they say, oh, they are Christians, they are Christians. No, Catholic Church doesn't believe in forced conversion, giving medicines, giving food and convert them. No. If you can, one Catholic priest and nun or the Pope or Bishop can say that, I will remove this cassock and move away today. I can say that. So, my dear students, who failed the country today? Tell me who failed? Religion failed. Other day I was talking. Millions of mosques are there. Millions of churches are there. Millions of Haridwaras are there. Millions of temples are there in this country. Every street there's a temple, there's a church, there is a mosque. But then, peace is not there. Love is not there. Political wars are being fought on the street. By whom? By whom? The religious, so-called religious leaders. I may not say religious leaders. It is religion aligned with politics. And I always say, this country will have no chance. Politicians, the government, what they should do? They should talk about roads. They should talk about health. They should talk about education. And the politics should be fought for that. They should say, I am going to give you good education. Not that I am going to align with this religion. I am going to align with this religion, this group, this caste group. Is it the promises that you make as leaders? So the question today is asked, where is the place for the religious leaders? Where are they? Do people talk like our Sri Madhusudan Sai Ji? There should be more people coming around. The religious leaders has to come together. Be it Hindu religious leaders, Christian religious leaders, Muslim religious leaders, Parsi, Buddhist and everyone come together and say that we are one. We are one family. We have no distinction, no caste, creed and religion. We rise above that. But if we mix up, and politicians are supposed to do that. Young minds, you have to keep on saying that. Your brother who is sitting down here and there, maybe about 50 years back, 60 years, nobody bothered he is a Muslim or a Hindu and a Christian. Today what is happening? The moment when he is a Muslim, he is a Hindu, he is a Christian. What kind of progressive country that we are into? We should progress. We should tell our politicians, please, my dear friends, fight. A basketball game is fought with a certain amount of rules and regulations. The politics and the government should only do that. We will give you better roads. We will give you better health. Test it out 5 years, how much we are given. But the problem today is our human beings are so much, with regard to talking about religion, emotions, and religion become emotion. Religion are not simply emotions. It cannot be just emotions. Lord, I love you. No, your God is not going to believe you. Your God is not. He will laugh at us and say, hey, buffoon. Your God has to believe you. And every person who is sitting down here, all those who are listening today, if you say that, I rise above religion, I rise above caste, I rise above all the distinctions, you become aligned with God. If you don't do that, for the petty politics of religion, petty politics of caste, you get for some food, some position and power, you create power systems, you get aligned and you will get better food, better positions. 2-3 people will be always running around you, behind you. Big politicians talk from morning till evening. They are not the one. A politician should be aligned with God's justice. God's justice has to be given by these politicians, our government, our MLA and our minister. Our MLA and ministers cannot be aligned with any religious factors, any caste groups. It's gone. We have no redemption. We have no salvation. So today, when we are meeting together, we don't blame them. I blame the religious leaders. Religious leaders I blame. The religious leaders, they have to come with their Bible, their Quran, their Gita, their, these Jain and Buddhist, their beautiful books. They have to come together and tell, what is this? God has given us this 100 years of life. Can you just imagine a small child who is 5 years, 6 years old, say he is outcast. If you touch, I'll become bad. Is it our country? My dear youngsters, please think about it. You come out. No, you are becoming engineers and doctors, and that is not your success point. Your success point is not to get cars, big buildings, and I become great. I become a big leader, and 100 people are watching me. No, the true liberation is to become a most amazing human being like our, Sathya Sai Baba. Like Jesus Christ, whom I talk. There are hundreds and hundreds of spiritual leaders in our country. I think their life has to be celebrated by every religion, including Christianity. I feel that. A day will come. Our spiritual leaders of this country will be recognized and celebrated by every religion if they have guts, if they have aligned with God. And I pray that it may happen. So, what shall we do? We heard a nice talk. We reflected. Are we going to walk out? This 100 days, our G has arranged this program, and his or young mind has to be here. No education. They have to listen. Because, 5,000 young people here. They should go out, start this kind of centers. Thousands and thousands of Madhusudan, Rai, G's has to be created in this country. And every person, every student going out here, their dreams are not to become engineers, doctors, no problem. You have to contribute to the world. But the spiritual world we create. One day we will come together, all these religious leaders will come and tell these politicians, this government, mind your business. Is it possible? Youngsters, possible? Will they say? They should say. Tell them, please, don't be jokers. I don't blame them, please. You see, even now I am not blaming them. You see, they have not been taught. They have not been told. Our spiritual leaders have failed them. When the spiritual leaders, when they come, tell them very clearly, please don't play this politics. No. I'm not talking about India. I'm talking about the world. All the wars today is fought on the name of religion. Yes or no? All of them. So, what we can do, we become powerful. How? Becoming the most liberated human being. How to create this liberation? I'll tell you. It's a beautiful method. I used to tell the children, how to create this word. It is like this, we say that black star and white star. We have two boxes here. One box is here, one box is here. It's a black box, it's a white box. When you do something good, suppose you are about to get angry and said, no, let me not get angry. Let me bless him. What will happen? One white star will fall inside the white box. If you get angry, black star will fall. Again, yesterday, the same day, you want to speak something bad about your companion. We said, no, I shall not do. Let me become liberated human being. If you don't speak, what happens? Again, a white star will fall. But if you speak, a black star will fall. At the end of the day, your creator. I don't make a distinction. A creator God. Because we need to be aligned with that creator God. Let's not name him for timing. He will look at the end of the day. What's your good name? Your good name? Huh? Jitendra, evening before you go to sleep, Jitendra's boxes will be checked. He'll look, wow, Jitendra has got 25 white stars. And he looked at the year, no, nothing is there. Wow, you have become the most liberated human being. That's the only way we can change this humanity. If you don't transform, Jesus said, blind man, you cannot lead another. If you want to become powerful human being, even a person who is working in the kitchen can become the most liberated. You please go back. This is a message from Father Edward today. Go back. Cut a few stars and keep it in your kitchen. Keep it in your bedroom, your eating room. When you see that star, you say, oh my God, I can have only white stars. I went to my home. I explained this matter to my sister-in-law. I just explained. You can become liberated being in the kitchen. After a few months, I went home. I found two boxes. One is actually this pepper, that's black, And another one is another grain, it is whitish color. And she told me, look at this. And I found a lot of whitish colors are there. And I really admire her because she has become so liberated and she has become so happy. So if you want to have miracles, miracles means you become. I always used to wonder, why do you need any heaven? Why do you need this? Is it not heaven? Is it not heaven? Such a beautiful world that you can create. Let's love each other, care for each other. So we become most liberated. So please, youngsters, please go back, put few stars here and there. Suppose your companion speak bad about another person, you should show like this, black star. Then let him be ashamed. He should be reminded. Okay, black star has fallen. Suppose somebody is not getting angry, both of them are fighting, another person is very cool. Just tell him, hey, white star. Keep this star. This star can make you change yourself. So the only thing that we can do. No, it's not complaining about politicians and governments and everything. They became like this because we became like this. We are not told them. So we'll tell them by our liberation. So let us become liberated human beings. Is it possible? Is it possible to, at least in your book, write down how many times I got angry, how many times I shouted, how many times I spoke bad about our people, how many times I got ego? My companion got a 89, 90 or 100% mark. That day I could not sleep. I have to take sleeping pills to sleep. Is it humanity? No. You should become liberated, and tomorrow, one day, you will be transformed and you will say, this world is so beautiful. That is Buddha's opening of the heart. Buddha did not come and smile one day. Buddha did not get up early morning and smile. No. There was a process of liberation and he said, everything is one. Everything is one. One humanity. So, I am just stopping over here. Thank you so much for listening to me. Take this message. Let us tell everybody, especially the politicians of this country and outside the country, please look at only roads, health, development of this country and spirituality. Because if they align with the religions, it becomes a problem. Let them align with the spirituality. Let them align with these institutions where you make no distinctions between religions. And let us become liberated. So, one is aligning with God. Transformation. Taking care of the last, least, and the lost. Become powerful agent of change by talking truth and say this. Talk not in a fighting manner. We don't have words. Tell them very nicely, my dear, please don't do this kind of games. Nicely. A prophet is a loving agitator. A prophet is a loving agitator. Lovingly we'll tell them. So let all the religious leaders come with their Bible. Come with their Quran. Come with all their spiritual books. Sit together. Let us transform the world. And today, as we are celebrating this 100 years of birth of our Sathya Sai Baba, let us take this message of love and peace to the world for transforming ourselves. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Father, for sharing your inspiring words and enlightening all of us this morning. May we invite Vice Chancellor Sri Srikantamurthy Sir to extend our token of love and gratitude to Father Edward Thomas. We will now have a short break and then reconvene for the spiritual quiz.
Shri Sai Ram, offering a collective pranams and gratitude at the lotus feet of our Master, Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. Respected elders, guests from around the world, brothers and sisters, and those joining us live, a very good morning and a loving Sai Ram to one and all. Since time immemorial, the art of learning has found its strength in simple act of questioning and answering. Whether it was the wisdom shared in the Bhagavad Gita, the dialogues of the Upanishads, or even in our modern-day classrooms, knowledge has always blossomed through inquiry. Adhyatmika Rasa Prashna, edition 2, follows this same journey. It is more than a quiz. It is a process of learning, reflection, and deeper assimilation. As Sadhguru highlighted yesterday, knowledge must be thoroughly internalized through Shrotavyam or listening, Mantavyam or contemplation, and Nididhyasitavyam or deep reflection and meditation. And this second edition is yet another opportunity to strengthen the bridge between the knowledge heard and self-experience by encouraging the participants to reflect, discuss, and grow together in the spirit of curiosity and learning.
For the quiz, we once again have 6 teams, each with 8 members. The participants include students from the secondary section of various campuses, postgraduate students, medical students, staff, and devotees. The teams have been named after revered rishis and rishikas whose tapas, knowledge, and spiritual insight have illuminated the path of dharma for generations. The girls' teams are Gargi. Rishika Gargi was a central figure in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, where she participates in a famous philosophical debate, fearlessly challenging sage Yajnavalkya, interrogating him on the nature of reality and the ultimate truth. Team Maitreyi. Rishika Maitreyi was a philosopher and the wife of the sage Yajnavalkya. She was celebrated for her deep interest in spiritual knowledge over material wealth. Her story is prominently featured in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Team Lopamudra. Lopamudra was a Brahmavadini or a female scholar and philosopher in ancient Vedic literature. She was the wife of the sage Agastya and a contributor to the Rig Veda.
And the boys' teams are Team Vasishta. Sage Vasishta was often regarded as one of the Sapta Rishis or 7 great rishis. He is credited with authoring a significant portion of Rig Veda, particularly the 7th mandala or section. Team Vamadeva. Team Vamadeva is revered sage and one of the primary authors of Rig Veda. He is traditionally credited with composing the 4th mandala or section of the Rig Veda. Team Angirasa. Angirasa is one of the Sapta Rishis or 7 great rishis. His contributions are primarily associated with the Atharva Veda. Let us all extend a warm and a heartfelt welcome to all the participants of the 2nd edition of Adhyatmika Rasa Prashna.
Before we begin, there are a few instructions for all the participants to bear in mind and follow during the quiz. The quiz comprises 3 exclusive segments: Vishwa Anveshanam, featuring questions on world cultures; Sri Sathya Sai Charitam, questions based on the video series on Bhagavan; and Ashtavakra Gita, which includes questions from Sadhguru's lecture series on the Ashtavakra Gita. Points and time limit vary according to the round and will be explained prior to each round. The team may choose one representative to answer. Mass answering is not allowed. Now, here is an interesting one. After every segment, we will have a bonus question which will not be passed. The correct answer will award the team 20 points. Each team has been provided with a placard placed on your table. For the buzzer round, only one representative may raise the card, and that should be done after the question has been fully read out. Dear audience, we request you to please contain your knowledge and not be very generous with the answers to the participants.
Moving to the first segment titled Vishwa Anveshanam, or questions on the world culture. The first round will consist of 6 multiple choice on world cultures for each team. Each team will have 15 seconds to answer the respective question. The timer will begin only after the question has been fully read out. If a team is unable to answer, the question may be passed once to the adjacent team. The adjacent team will have 5 seconds to answer the past question. Correct answers will be awarded 10 points, while correctly answered past questions will be awarded 5 points.
We will now start the first round with the first question to Team Gargi. And your question is, what is the capital city of Germany? Option A, Frankfurt; option B, Munich; option C, Paris; and option D, Berlin. Your time starts now.
Option D, Berlin.
That is the right answer. Option D, Berlin. The second question is to Team Maitreyi. What is the other name for Spain? Option A, Hispania; option B, United Kingdom of Spain; option C, Espanol; and option D, Democratic Republic of Spain. Your time starts now.
Option A, Hispana.
Yes, that is the right answer. Option A, Hispania.
The next question to Team Lopa Mudra. Athens is the capital city of which country? Option A, Greece; option B, Jordan; option C, Palestine; option D, Egypt.
Option A, Greece.
Yes, option A, Greece is the right answer. The next question is to Team Vasishta. Which religion is largely followed in Mongolia? Option A, Hinduism; option B, Christianity; option C, Buddhism; and option D, Islam.
Option C, Buddhism.
Yes, option C, Buddhism is the right answer.
The fifth question is to Team Vamadeva. Sudan is a part of which continent? Option A, Asia; option B, Africa; option C, Europe; and option D, South America.
Option B, Africa.
That's the right answer. Option B, Africa. The final question of round 1 to Team Angirasa is, what is the official currency of Russia? Option A, Euro; option B, dollar; option C, ruble; and option D, shilling.
Option C, ruble.
That is indeed the right answer.
We will now move to round 2 of segment 1, which is a visual round. Participants will be shown an image and are required to identify it and provide a brief explanation. Correct answers will be awarded 10 points, while correctly answered past question will be awarded 5 points. The first image on the screen for Team Maitreyi. Please identify the landmark.
This picture is about Burj Khalifa, which is located in UAE, United Arab Emirates.
Yes, that is the correct answer. And Burj Khalifa is the tallest building in the world.
Can we have the next picture for Team Lopamudra? Identify the food item.
It is baklava and mostly found in Arabic countries.
Sorry?
Arabic countries.
Okay. That is the right answer. Baklava is a sweet pastry which originates from the Middle East and is popular in Mediterranean countries.
The question is for Team Vasishta. Please identify the art form.
Sufi dance or Turkish dervishes?
Can you once again repeat?
Sufi dance or Turkish dervishes?
Yes, that is the correct answer. Whirling dervish or sama originated in the 13th century in Turkey. It is associated with the Persian poet and mystic Jalaluddin Muhammad Rumi.
Team Vamadeva, your question is, please identify the historic personality. Your time's up. The question will be passed to the next team.
The image is Socrates.
I'm sorry, that is not the right answer. The correct answer is Hippocrates. He was an ancient Greek physician, often called the father of medicine. He is known for the Hippocratic Oath, a foundational text in medical ethics.
Can we have the next picture for Team Angirasa? Identify the musical instrument.
The musical instrument is oud.
Yes, it is oud. It is a Middle Eastern pear-shaped string instrument, usually with 11 strings grouped in 6 courses.
The final image on the screen is for Team Gargi. Identify the ethnic group.
Maori tribe from New Zealand.
That is the right answer. The Maori are the indigenous Polynesian people of New Zealand. They have a rich culture, language, and traditions which they have been safeguarding from centuries.
Now, we move on to the exciting bonus round. As mentioned earlier, please raise your placard only if you're certain of the answer, as incorrect responses will result in deduction of marks. 4 national flags will be displayed on the screen. The team that raises the placard first must correctly identify all 4 flags without missing any. Only then they will be awarded 40 points. Otherwise, 10 points will be deducted. Swami, may we request you to announce which team raises the card first? May we have the picture on the screen?
Vamadeva.
The first one is Laos, second one tree is Lebanon, third one is Israel, fourth one is Morocco.
Yes. All the answers are correct. The first flag is of Laos, second Lebanon, third Israel, and fourth Morocco.
With this, we come to the end of the first segment. May we have a quick glance at the scores, please? We'll move to the second segment. This segment is titled Sri Sathya Sai Divya Charitam. This round consists of 2 cycles of multiple choice questions. Each cycle contains 6 questions based on the video series of Sri Sathya Sai Divya Katha. Each team will have 15 seconds to answer their respective question. The timer will begin only after the question has been fully read out. If a team is unable to answer, the question may be passed once to the adjacent team. The adjacent team will have 5 seconds to answer the past question. Correct answers will be awarded 10 points, while correctly answered past questions will be awarded 5 points. The first question to team Lopamudra. What is the original name of Puttaparthi village? Option A, Gollapalli. Option B, Bukkapatnam. Option C, Gopalli. And option D, Prashanti.
Option A, Gollapalli.
That is the right answer. Due to a curse that led to the increase in anthills, the village got the name Puttavardhini, and later it came to be known as Puttaparthi.
The second question to team Vasishta. In whose absence did Satyanarayana Raju dance and receive a medal? Option A, Rukmini Devi. Option B, Rishyendra Mani. Option C, Subbamma. And option D, Shakuntala Devi.
Option B, Rishyendra Mani.
Yes, the right answer is option B, Rishyendra Mani, who was a famous dancer.
The next question is for team Vamadeva. In which year did Sri Sathya Sai Baba make his avataric declaration? Option A, October 10th, 1930. Option B, August 20, 1950. Option C, September 15th, 1935. And option D, October 20, 1940.
October 20, 1940.
That is indeed the correct answer. On this day, Satya declared that he is Sai Baba.
Team Angirasa, your question is on the screen. What is the other name of the river Chitravati? Option A, Dakshina Ganga. Option B, Godavari. Option C, Bhagirathi. And option D, Devakanya.
Option D, Devakanya.
That's the correct answer. The other name of the river Chitravati is option D, Devakanya.
Question 5 to team Gargi. Who was the grandfather of Sri Sathya Sai Baba? Option A, Pedda Venkappa Raju. Option B, Sheshamma Raju. Option C, Kondamma Raju. And option D, Giri Raju.
Option C, Kondamma Raju.
That is the right answer. Although Kondamma Raju was Baba's grandfather, he recognized that Satya was no ordinary child and became his ardent devotee.
Final question of the first cycle to team Maitreyi. Which teacher first recognized the divinity of Sri Sathya Sai Baba? Option A, Suvanachar. Option B, Mehboob Khan. Option C, Kondappa. And option D, Sheshamaraju.
Option B, Mehboob Khan.
Option B, Mehboob Khan was the first teacher to recognize the divinity of Sri Sathya Sai Baba.
With this, we come to the end of the first cycle. Moving on with the second cycle, starting with team Lopamudra, your question is, what was the name of the bhajan group formed by Sathya Sai Baba in his childhood? Option A, Purandara Bhajan Mandali. Option B, Prashanti Bhajan Mandali. Option C, Parthi Bhajan Mandali. And option D, Pandhari Bhajan Mandali.
Option D, Pandhari Bhajan Mandali.
That is indeed the right answer. Option D, Pandhari Bhajan Mandali. Baba gathered his classmates and they would go around the village in the early hours of the day singing the glory of God. This practice warded off epidemics such as cholera which affected other villages.
Second question to team Vasishta. Who authored the 5th volume of the book Satyam Shivam Sundaram? Option A, Mr. Howard Murfitt. Option B, Sri N. Kasturi. Option C, Sri Sathya Sai Baba. And option D, Sri B. N. Narasimhamurthy.
Option D, B. N. Narasimhamurthy.
Option D, Sri B. N. Narasimhamurthy is the right answer. The first 4 volumes were authored by Sri N. Kasturi.
Team Vamadeva, your question is on the screen. Which of the following events occurred at the time of Sri Sathya Sai Baba's birth? Option A, there was a lunar eclipse. Option B, it started raining heavily. Option C, musical instruments started playing by themselves. And option D, a python came near Baba's bed.
Option C.
Could you tell the option?
Started playing by themselves.
That's indeed the right answer. Musical instruments started playing by themselves. When an astrologer was consulted, he said that it was an auspicious sign.
The fourth question to Team Angirasa. Which was the first bhajan taught by Baba? Option A, Premamrutham man se kaho. Option B, Manas bhajare Guru Charanam. Option C, Hari bhajan abhina. And option D, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma.
Option B, Manasa Bhajare Guru Charanam.
Option B, Manasa bhajare Guru Charanam, Dustara Bhavasagara Taranam, which means meditate on the feet of the Guru and it will take you across the ocean of samsara.
Team Gargi, your question is, who was the first to recognize Sri Sathya Sai Baba as the reincarnation of Shirdi Sai Baba? Option A, Mother Ishwaramma. Option B, Pedda Venkamma Raju. Option C, Pedda Bottu. And option D, the villagers of Puttaparthi.
Option C, Pedda Bottu.
That is the right answer. Pedda Bottu was blessed to have the darshan of Shirdi Sai as a young girl and later came to Sathya Sai Baba.
The final question in this segment to Team Lopa Mudra. In which book did Sri N. Kasturi record his biography and personal experiences with Baba? Option A, My Life with Sai. Option B, At Thy Lotus Feet. Option C, Journey to Divinity. And option D, Loving God.
Option D, Loving God.
Yes, option D, Loving God, is the book where Sri Kasturi had recorded his deep personal experiences with Bhagwan Baba.
We have now reached the second bonus round. As mentioned earlier, please raise your placard only if you are certain of the answer, as incorrect responses will result in deduction of marks. A simple question on Bhagwan Baba's mission will be asked, and participants are expected to provide a precise answer. May we now display the question on the screen. Complete the prophetic words written by young Satya in a letter to his elder brother about his future mission. Akhila Manuvalaku dash Deekshanaku dash Patti Kapadute Vratamunaku Bida Sadalakaina Penubada dash Kapadu Chundute Ghanatanaku Manchi Cheddalu dash Bhaktinaku.
Vasishta.
అఖిల మానవ కోటికి ఆనందమును గూర్చి ఉద్ధరించుండుటే దీక్ష నాకు, బీద సాధలకైన పెనుబాధ తొలగించి లేమిని బాపుటే ప్రేమ నాకు, సన్మార్గమును వీడి చరించి వారుల చేయబట్టి కాపాడుటే వ్రతము నాకు, నీతి నియమతో నన్ను గొలిచే వారుల నీతి నియమాలతో నన్ను గొలిచే వారుల కాపాడుచుండుటే ఘనత నాకు, మంచి చెడ్డుల సమముగా భావించుచుండుటే భక్తి నాకు.
Swami, can we accept this answer? Can we accept this answer? Next team.
If anybody can give better answer, the correct words. Okay.
అఖిల మానవులకు ఆనందమును గూర్చి రక్షించుచుండుటే దీక్ష నాకు, బీద సాధలకైన పెనుబాధ తొలగించి లేమిని బాపుటే ప్రేమ నాకు.
Read the screen, no? Second line you missed.
సన్మార్గమును వీడి చరించే బాధల చేపట్టి కాపాడుటే వ్రతము నాకు, బీద సాధలకైన పెనుబాధ తొలగించి లేమిని బాపుటే ప్రేమ నాకు, మంచి చెడ్డలు కూడా మనసులో సమముగా భావించుచుండుటే భక్తి నాకు.
We'll pass it to the next team.
Can I try once? అఖిల మానవులకు ఆనందమును గూర్చి ఉద్ధరించుండుటే దీక్ష నాకు, రక్షించుచుండుటే దీక్ష నాకు, సన్మార్గమును వీడి చరించి వారుల చేపట్టి కాపాడుటే వ్రతము నాకు, బీద సాధలకైన పెనుబాధ తొలగించి లేమిని బాపుటే ప్రేమ నాకు, నీతి నియములతో నన్ను గొలిచే వారులా కాపాడుచుండుటే ఘనత నాకు, మంచి చెడ్డులను మనసులో సమముగా భావించుచుండుటే భక్తి నాకు.
Bow is fine.
Meaning, I have a task to foster all mankind and ensure for all of them lives full of bliss. I have a vow to lead all who stray away from the straight path again into goodness and save them. I am committed to the work that I love, to remove the sufferings of the poor and grant them what they lack. My glory lies in protecting all those who worship and adore me with good conduct and steadfastness. The hallmark of true devotion, according to me, is to treat the dualities like joy and grief, gain and loss with equanimity. With this, we finish this segment, and going ahead to segment 3, it is titled Ashtavakra Gita. This segment has total of 4 rounds. The first round will be based on visual graphics, focusing on simple Sanskrit phrases often quoted by Sadhguru. Each team will have 30 seconds to answer. Past questions should be answered within 10 seconds. The first question is to team Vamadeva. Can we have the image, please? Time up. The question is passed to team Angirasa. The question is passed to team Gargi.
Ahajana samohepi nadvaitam pashyato mama.
Sorry. It is a simple Sanskrit phrase. To team Maitreyi.
Vedanta Kesari.
Yes. The answer is Vedanta Kesari, meaning the lion of Vedanta. The title Vedanta Kesari is given to someone who fearlessly spreads and teaches the wisdom of Vedanta.
Can we have the next image for the team Angirasa, please?
It's Chakravyuha.
That is the right answer. Chakravyuha, which means a circular or spiral military formation designed to trap and confuse enemies. It symbolizes complex challenges or situations that are difficult to break through without proper knowledge and guidance. Can we have the next picture for the team Gargi, please?
Shadvikara.
Sorry?
Shadvikaras.
Sorry.
That's not the right answer. The question is passed to the next team.
Shad Avastas.
No. It's the starting of a shloka.
Composed by Adi Shankaracharya.
The next team, please.
Punarapi Maranam. Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam.
Yes, that is the right answer. Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam. This expresses the cycle of life and rebirth, highlighting the need to seek liberation from worldly attachments and attain spiritual freedom.
The next picture is for the team Maitreyi. Can we have the picture, please?
Ashtanga Yoga.
Yes, Ashtanga Yoga or the 8-limbed path of yoga. They are Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana and Samadhi.
The next picture is for the team Lopamudra. Can we have the picture, please?
Arundhati Darshana Nyaya.
That is the right answer. Arundhati Vasishtha Nyaya refers to the principle of observing something subtle or difficult to perceive, just as the Arundhati star can be located because of the adjacent brighter star Vasishtha. The next picture is for the team Vasishtha. Can we have the picture, please?
Atma Krida Atmarati Kriyavan.
That is the right answer. Atma Krida Atmarati Kriyavan. Atma Krida means one who sports within the self. Atmarati means one who finds bliss within the self. And Kriyavan means one who is engaged in the service to the world.
Moving to the next round. In this round, a shloka will be presented in a mixed sequence, and the participants are required to rearrange it correctly and explain the shloka completely. Each team will have 60 seconds to answer. Past questions should be answered within 30 seconds. The correct answer with both the shloka and meaning will be rewarded 20 points. Only telling the shloka or the meaning will give 10 points, and the past answer will give 5 points. The first question to team Vamadeva.
मयि च अनन्ययोगेन भक्तिरव्यभिचारिणी विविक्तदेशसेवित्वम् अरतिर्जनसंसदि.
Yes, that is the correct answer.
The second question is to team Angirasa.
Meaning, cultivating an unswerving devotion to the divine, keeping the mind single-pointed in union with God, seeking the joy of solitude, and developing a natural disinterest in worldly distractions and noisy gatherings.
The second question is to team Angirasa.
अतकेन प्रयुक्तोऽयं पापं चरति पुरुषः अनिच्छनपि वार्ष्णेय बलादिव नियोजितः.
That is indeed the right answer. Meaning of the shloka is, O Arjuna, by what is a person impelled to commit sin, even against his own will, as if forced by some powerful force?
Team Gargi, your shloka is on the screen.
It's not Arjuna. Arjuna is speaking the shloka. That why what we cause the commit the sins. Arjuna is speaking the shloka. He is not telling the Arjuna. Krishna is not speaking this.
Team Gargi, your shloka is on the screen.
सशरीरम अहो विश्वम परित्यज्य मयाधुना कुतश्चित् कौशलादेव परमात्मा विलोक्यते.
Exactly. Meaning, having set aside the whole universe along with the body, by some skill or grace alone, the Supreme Self is now perceived.
The fourth question is to team Maitreyi.
आत्मज्ञान जगद्भाति ह्यात्मज्ञान न भासते रज्ज्वज्ञान दहिर्भाति तज्ञानात् भासते नहि.
That's the right answer. Meaning of the shloka goes as, the world appears due to ignorance of the self, but vanishes with self-knowledge. Just as a snake is seen as a rope due to ignorance and disappears when the rope is known.
The fifth question to Team Lopamudra is,
नाहमी देहो नाहमी देहो न मे देहो अहम ही चित्त जीवो नहम. नाहम देवो न मे देवो अहम ही चित्त जीवो नहम.
your time is up. The question is passed to Team Vasishta.
नाहम देहो नमे देहो जीवो नाहम अहम हिचित अहमेव हि ते बंधा आसीद्य जीविते स्पृहा.
Yes. Naham deho name deho jivo naham aham hichit ayameva hi me bandha asidya jivite spriha. Meaning, I am not this body, nor does this body belong to me. I am not the individual soul. I am pure consciousness. My only bondage was the desire and attachment to continue living.
The final question in round 2 is to Team Vasishtha. Your question is on the screen.
प्रवृत्तवा निवृत्तवा नैव धीरस्य दुर्ग्रहः यदा यत् कर्तुमायति तत्कृष्ट्वा तिष्ठतः सुखम्.
That is the right answer. For the wise one, whether engaged in activity or withdrawn from it, there is no difficulty. Whatever comes to be done at any time, he does it and remains at peace.
Before we move on to round 3, let us have a quick glance at the scores. Team Gargi with 50 points, Team Maitreyi with 65 points, Team Lopamudra with 55 points, Team Vamadeva with 80 points, Team Angirasa with 60 points, and the leading team Vasishta with 105 points. In this third round, an incomplete shloka will be presented to each team, and participants are required to complete the shloka appropriately. Each team will have 60 seconds to answer. Past question should be answered within 30 seconds. The first question to Team Vasishta in segment 3, round 1 is,
योगरतो वा भोगरतो वा संगरतो वा संगविहीनः यस्य भ्रमणि रमते चित्तं नन्दति नन्दति नन्दत्येव.
Can you explain the meaning as well? Can you explain the meaning as well?
Let it be yoga, let it be the pursuit of yoga, bhoga, or let them be in middle of people or in solitude. If they are always in the, if the self is always if they are always in the self, then they are always happy and ever deepening.
Correct answer. Yogarato va bhogarato va sangarato va sangavihinaha yasya brahmani ramate chittam nandati nandati nandatyeva. Meaning, be it in the pursuit of yoga or bhoga, whether living amidst people or in solitude, the one whose mind revels in Brahman experiences true joy, unshaken and ever deepening.
Team Vamadeva, your question is on the screen.
नैनं चिन्तन्ति शस्त्राणि नैनं दहति पावकः न चैनं क्लेदयन्तप न शोषयति मारुतः.
Could you explain the meaning?
Meaning of the shloka is not shastras can kill the self, nor it can be burnt, or not even wind can destroy it. It is always equal.
Swami, can we take this?
It also cannot become wet with water. Kledayantyaapaha.
Nainam chandanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, na chainam kledayantyapo, na shoshayati marutaha. Meaning, weapons cannot cut, fire cannot burn, water cannot wet, wind cannot dry up this Atma.
The next question for Team Angirasa.
सर्वभूते विभाति विजानन विद्वान भवते नातिवाति आत्मक्रीडा आत्मरति क्रियावान एषा ब्रह्मविदां वरिष्ठा. It says that the same Atman, the same conscious is pervading everywhere. Sarvabhute vibhati vijanan vidvan means the knower. Bhavate nativadi says the same truth in different ways.
Next line.
Atmakrida, Atmarati Kriyavan. It says that whenever he is engaging Atmakrida, Atmarati Kriyavan, he remains the steadfast. Whenever he is acting in society, he will engage. Otherwise, he will be withdrawn complete within himself.
Just now they told the meaning of the shloka a while ago.
Can we pass it, Swami?
प्राणो ह्येष यस्सर्वभूतैर् विभाति विजानान् विद्वान् भवते नातिवादी आत्मक्रीडा आत्मरति क्रियावानेश ब्रह्मविदां वरिष्ठः. It says that he, the Brahman, he pervaded in all the beings as a life force, and the one who knows it, the wise one who knows it, he will retire from the excessive talk. The greater knower of the Brahman, the greatest knower of the Brahman, he will always absorb in the self while remaining active.
Okay, sort of okay.
प्राणो ह्येष यस् सर्वभूतैर् विभाति विजानान् विद्वान् भवते नातिवादी आत्मक्रीडा आत्मरतिः क्रियावान् एषा ब्रह्मविदां वरिष्ठः. Meaning, verily he pervades all living beings as the life force. Knowing him, the wise one retires from excessive talk. The foremost among the knowers of Brahman revels in the self and is fully absorbed in the self while remaining active.
Team Gargi, your question is?
यस्मिन् सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मन्येवाभूत् विजानतः तत्र कोमोह कशोक एकत्वम् अनुपश्यतः. It means that the person who sees all the beings as the self which is manifest, that person does not have any attachment or any sorrow, and he sees oneness in everything.
That is the right answer. Yasmin sarvani bhutani atmaiva bhut vijanatah tatra komoha kashoka ekatvam anupashyatah. Meaning, where in everything the presence of essential being is realized, what desire can be there and what sorrow? Only the oneness is seen.
The next question to Team Maitreyi.
ज्ञानं नेयं तथा ज्ञाता त्रितयं नास्ति वास्तवम् अज्ञानात् भाति यत्रेदं सोहमस्मि निरञ्जनः. The meaning of the shloka is the knowledge, the known and the knower. These three truly do not exist. But the illusion that I am that pure consciousness, sinless and pure, ajnanat bhat. It arises because of ignorance.
Can you repeat the meaning once again?
The knowledge, known and the knower do not truly exist. But because of the ignorance. Ajnanat bhati.
It means that Gnanam, Gneyam, Tata, Gnata. So all these three in reality they do not exist, but because of ignorance they come into existence. But in this shloka they tell again that I am Niranjana Sohamasmi. So I am that pure consciousness and the blemishless one.
It is the correct answer. Jnanam Gneyam Tatha Gnata Tritayam Nasti Vastavam Ajnanat Bhati Yatredam Sohamasmi Niranjanaha. Meaning, the knowledge, the known and the knower do not truly exist. I am that pure stainless one in whom this illusion arises because of ignorance. The last question in round 1 of segment 3 is to team Lopamudra.
न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकं नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तम् अनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति. न तत्र सूर्यो भाति, that means the sun does not shine. Na chandratarakam, neither the moon nor the stars. Nema vidyuto bhanti, not even the lightning. Nema vidyuto bhanti. Kutoyam agnihi. What can we speak about that fire? Tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam. When that one the supreme consciousness shines, everything else shines because of that shining.
It is the correct answer. Na tatra suryo bhati, na chandra tarakam, nema vidyuto bhanti, kutoyam agnihi, tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam, tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. Meaning, the sun shines not there, nor the moon and the stars, nor does this lightning shine. What about the fire? All shines after him who shines. In his radiance, all this is illuminated.
We move to the fourth and final round, which is the most exciting part of the quiz. That will be a rapid fire round. In this round, each team will be given a set of 8 questions to answer within a time limit of 60 seconds. Every right answer will carry 5 points. There will be no passing in this round. If you don't know the answer, or if you are not sure about a particular question, you can skip it and attempt it later if there is time at the end. We will start this round with Team Angirasa. And your time starts now. Translate the Sanskrit word Vimrishataha into English.
Next question.
Rearrange the order. Purity, divinity, unity.
Unity, purity, divinity.
Can you repeat it?
Unity, purity, divinity.
Okay. According to Sadhguru, what are 3 eyes?
Next.
Who is the grandson of Prahlada?
Bali Chakravarti.
Okay. What are the 2 types of mukti?
Videha mukti, Jivan mukti.
Okay. The Vakya Satyameva Jayate is from which Upanishad?
Kathopanishad.
What is the meaning of Anagha?
Sinless.
What is the 3S model as advocated by Sadhguru?
Samstha, Sarkar, Samaj.
You have answered 5 questions right out of the 8 questions. The first question, translate the Sanskrit word Vimrishataha into English, means contemplation or deliberation. The Vakya Satyameva Jayate is from the Mundaka Upanishad. And the 3 I's are instinct, intelligence, and intuition.
Next, we move to Team Gargi, and your time starts now. Translate the Sanskrit word Asparsha Yoga into English.
The yoga of being untouched.
Rearrange the order Shanta, Nirashraya, Bhrantihi.
Bhranti, Shanta, Nirashraya.
What are the 3 Hridaya Grantaha?
Avidya, Kama, Karma.
Who narrated the text Tripura Rahasya?
Dattatreya to Parashurama.
According to Kathopanishad, what are the 2 choices available to man?
Shreyas, Preyas.
The Vakya Uttishtata Jagrata Prapya Varan Nibodhata is from which Upanishad?
Kathopanishad.
What is the meaning of Kaunteya?
Son of Kunti.
Devotees of which country supported Sri Sathya Sai Vani Niketanam Gadak campus?
Greece.
Swami, can we consider Asparsha Yoga as the yoga of detachment? Asparsha Yoga is also called the yoga of non-contact. So
Team
you have
Maitreyi.
answered all 8 questions correct.
Team Maitreyi, your questions are: translate the Sanskrit word Tivra Mumukshatvam into English.
Burning desire to
Rearrange the order Svanubhavaha, Shastra Pramana, and Tarkavada.
Shastra Pramana, Tarkavada, Swanubhava.
What is the Triputi necessary for experiencing the world?
Gnana, Gneyam, Gnata.
Who is the propagator for Vishishtadvaita philosophy?
Ramanujacharya.
According to Sadhguru, who are the 2 best friends in the path of
Viveka and
spirituality?
Vairagya.
The Vakya Yatho Dharma Tatho Krishnaha Tatho Jayaha is from which text?
Bhagavad Gita.
Can you repeat?
No.
What is the meaning of Hrishikesha? Can we move to the next question?
Yes.
What is the motto of the Annapurna Morning Nutrition Program?
Let no child go to school hungry.
Okay. You have got 6 questions right. The answer for the Vakya Yato Dharma Tatho Krishnaha Tato Jayaha is from the text Vidura Niti, and the meaning of Hrishikesha is the one who has control over senses.
Team Lopa Mudra, your questions on the screen. Translate the Sanskrit word Amani Bhavaha into English.
Thoughtless mind.
Sorry?
Thoughtless mind.
Rearrange the order Mahati Atmani, Shanta Atmani, Jnana Atmani.
Jnana Atmani, Mahati Atmani, Shanta Atmani.
What are the types of Sharira?
Stula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, Karana Sharira.
Who is the propagator of Dvaita philosophy?
Madhvacharya. Sorry, Dvaita Madhvacharya.
What are the 2 categories of Yajurveda?
Krishna Yajurveda, Shukla Yajurveda.
The Mahavakya Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma is from which Upanishad? Requesting audience to maintain silence. Once again, please. Okay. What is the meaning of Gudakesha?
Conqueror of all the senses.
Devotees of which country supported Sri Sathya Sai Prashanti Niketanam Muddenahalli campus?
Australian devotees.
You have answered 6 questions right. The Mahavakya Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma is from Chandogya Upanishad, and the meaning of Gudakesha is the one who conquers sleep.
Team Vashishtha, your questions are: translate the Sanskrit word Amalaha into English.
Impurityless.
Sorry?
No impurities.
Okay. Rearrange the order Shat Sampatti, Viveka, Mumukshatvam, Vairagya.
Viveka, Vairagya, Shat Sampatti, Mumukshatvam.
How is the syllable the interpreted by Devatas, Asuras, and Manavas?
Devatas, Dama, Asuras, Daya, Manavas, Dana.
Who is the guru of Swami Brahmananda?
Ramakrishna Paramahamsa.
According to Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, name the two aspects of Brahman.
Nirvikalpa and Savikalpa.
The Vakya Kalenatmani Vindati is from which text?
Bhagavad Gita.
According to Swami, what is the meaning of Madhusudana?
One who conquered over ego.
Devotees of which country supported Sri Sathya Sai Satya Niketanam, Hassan campus?
Dubai.
The team has gotten all the questions answered right.
The last set of questions to Team Vamadeva. Translate the Sanskrit word Nirashraya into English.
Homeless one.
Nirashraya into English.
Homeless one.
Sorry?
Homeless one. Who feels everything is his own.
Rearrange the order. Sayujya, Sarupya, Salokya, Samipya.
Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya, Sayujya.
According to Sadhguru, what are the 3 P's?
Patience, purity, perseverance.
4th question.
Bharata.
Who is the son of Dushyanta?
Bharata.
Okay. According to Mundaka Upanishad, what are the 2 Vidyas one must learn? The Vakya Pratibodhitam Viditam Matam Amritatvam Hi Vindate is from which Upanishad?
Next.
What is the meaning of Savya Sachin?
Who can shoot, who is capable of doing things from both hands.
As of date, in how many states and union territories is Annapurna breakfast program served?
"21 states, 4 union territories."
Okay. You have answered 6 questions out of 8. The Vakya Pratibodhitam Viditam Matam Amritatvam Hi Vindate is from Kena Upanishad. And as of date, Annapurna serves in 25 states and 4 union territories. The final bonus question, which could make or break the scores, is about to be asked. Please raise your placard only if you are absolutely ready to take on the challenge. The question is, name any 5 Advaita Vedanta texts other than Ashtavakra Gita and Prasthanatraya.
Vamadeva.
Dikdishi Viveka, Viveka Chudamani, Bhagavad Gita,
That's part of Prasthanatraya.
Tripura Rahasya, Bhajagovindam, Dasashloki, Manisha Panchaka.
All 5 are the Advaitic texts, few written by Sri Adi Shankaracharya.
Let's take a look at the final scores. We have Team Gargi with 115 points, Team Maitri with 115 points as well, Team Lopa Mudra with 105 points, Team Angirasa with 95 points, Team Vamadeva with 170 points, and Team Vashishtha with 165 points.
A big round of applause to all these enthusiastic participants. May we now request B.N. Narasimhamurthy sir to kindly address all of us.
dearest Swami, brothers and sisters, very dear students, boys and girls. At the outset, I would like to congratulate all the team members for their excellent participation in the quiz. Suppose the same quiz is conducted in any of the institutions in India or the whole world. Without any hesitation, I would like to say that no team would have got more than 50 points. Anywhere else. All the 6 teams here in our institutions have scored more than 100 points. Therefore, all of them are the winners. What brought about this change? See, that is the very important question. If the same quiz was conducted, say, 12 years ago in Muddenahalli itself, I am sure no team would have got more than 60 to 70 marks, even in Muddenahalli. And being warden at both Prashant Nilayam and Vrindavan, with the only exception of not being the warden at Anantapur campus, I can say with authority, even if this quiz contest was conducted when Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba was in the physical form, no team would have got more than 100 points. I can tell you this. Because out of experience, I am telling this. Therefore, what brought about this transformation in the students? No students anywhere in the world, I am talking about students, a lot of elders are also sitting, let us exempt them, will know so much about Vedanta, so much about spirituality, and so much about even world cultures. Maybe world cultures could be an exception because there are students who study world cultures as a subject in their universities. I can tell you without any hesitation, the change has been, this transformation has been only due to Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. Without any hesitation, I would like to say that. Because, see, when we were affiliated to Karnataka State Board, suppose we are teaching Bhagavad Gita in the classroom, not in the prayer hall. Suppose there is a Deputy Director of Public Instruction or Deputy Director of Education at the district headquarters. He or she comes and sees that within the classroom we are teaching Bhagavad Gita, it could be questioned. They can ask, who asked you to teach Bhagavad Gita? But here we are giving equal importance to both the material education and then spiritual and moral education. This we could do for one particular reason, that we withdrew from Karnataka Board of Education and also Central Board of Education. We withdrew from it. I can tell you no other institution would do that, especially a prestigious institution. Both Alike and Muddenahalli institutions were known all over the state and even outside the state because students were studying from many of the states in India. Definitely, the point is nobody would withdraw from these boards because we were collecting fees, the hostel fees at least we were collecting, even in Alike and Muddenahalli, even in Puttaparthi, Whitefield and Anantapur. hostel fees was not exempted. Maybe a few boys and girls got scholarships. Otherwise, they would not, they have to pay the money. So most of the parents would have rebelled, suppose they had withdrawn, we had withdrawn, or anybody else, any other institution had withdrawn from these boards. But here it so happened that the year in which we got first rank in the 10th class board examination of Karnataka, the name of the boy, name of the school, that is Sri Sathya Sai Sharda Niketanam High School, it came up in the headlines in the newspapers on that day. Even I was really very pleasantly shocked, I would say. I never expected it. First rank, 625 out of 625 marks were scored by one of our students in the Mandya campus. All over the state, he stood first. So people started, which are these new institutions which have come up in Karnataka? Oh, they are started by Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. Then only people started thinking about it. But almost next week, Sadhguru called me and said, let us withdraw from Karnataka board. I was really stunned. In fact, when the decision was announced, that day I would have got 100 phone calls, especially from our old students. Sir, have you gone mad? What has happened to you? Just now the institutions are becoming famous and you withdraw from Karnataka board and Central Board of Secondary Education and align yourself with the National Institute of Open Schooling. What has happened to you? That kind of questions were asked. You are spoiling the institution started by Madhyal Narayan Bhatt. And guided by Sadhguru, you are simply ruining these institutions. This was the comments I got from many of our old students. And parents especially were shocked. And Sadhguru told me, you write personally letters to every one of the 5,000 parents. I drafted a 6-page letter, got it approved by Sadhguru and sent it to all the parents, explaining what are the positives, what are the good things that are going to happen by switching over to NIOS. And immediately out of 5,000 students, about 2,000 students withdrew. I mean, the parents withdrew the students. Immediately, no, we don't want this. But Sadhguru persisted and we continued. Therefore, we could make Paravidya also as important as Aparavidya. That is spiritual and moral education as important. And we gave equal time also, both for spiritual and moral education, and then the academic education. I can tell you, nowhere in India or anywhere in the world, equal importance is given. So-called spiritual institutions or institutions which are based on religious lines. Also, they pay only lip sympathy to spiritual and moral education. Maybe a few hours in a week, nothing more than that. Maybe morning prayers will be there in some of the institutions. But in the daily routine of the school or even the university, giving 50% importance to spiritual and moral education is not practiced anywhere in the world. Therefore, our boys and girls are so very fortunate, I would say. If I was a part of one of the team for this quiz, before I completed my university degree, I tell you, I would have got 0 marks. See, that was my knowledge about Indian culture. That was my knowledge about scriptures, spiritual texts. But any one of the students here is head and shoulders above any other student in the world when you come to this issue, this part of knowledge that is Paravidya. And you're so very fortunate. Why I say that? Are you practicing all this? Definitely no. But at least you know what to practice. You know how to practice. And especially the kind of rigorous disciplines that you follow in the Gurukulams, because it is completely residential, no day scholars allowed. Because of that, all of you are able to learn so much. And we see even our Veda Gurukulam boys, I tell you, they are head and shoulders above any other students, even in our institutions. Some of them are sitting down. Because we live next to Veda Gurukulam. I have lived next to students' rooms all my life. After 1961, when I joined the hostel for the first time, for studying pre-university in Bangalore, till recently, I was a part of the hostel. Now I am staying in the senior boys hostel, Premamrutham. They don't make much noise. Senior boys, were all sitting because they can't make noise. So much energy is not left with them. All elders who are here. But I tell you, Veda Gurukulam boys are different. Absolutely different. At no time you can really listen to any kind of unwanted noise. Any part of the day you go to their place and there are no teacher supervisors, whereas we have hundreds of teacher supervisors for all other students. They are always doing their job. Always. Does it mean they are not kids? They are kids. Balastavat krida saktaha. Evening 5 to 6, nobody plays like them also. So enthusiastic about play. They play cricket, especially when first cycles were given. I tell you, my Lord, their enthusiasm, how boys were going up and down in front of Premamrutham is something to be really seen. It was a sight for gods. So at the same time, I tell you, all our students are very great, very fortunate, and all your life and for lives to come in your future, you should be grateful to Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai for what he has done. Thank you very much. Sai Ram. I also pray to Sadguru for his blessings on this wonderful occasion of the quiz. Thank you very much. Sai Ram.
The quiz was conducted very well, better than last time. And I was also very pleased by the answers that were given. I did not expect that you would also remember things out of Ashtavakra Gita, but there were many other quotations, cross-references. You remember those, and somebody or the other could answer. It wasn't like nobody could answer. So that is very heartening and makes me very happy, because I feel that all that is being taught is being absorbed and assimilated. That is very important for us. And so you are just a sample of students, but I would insist that every time the students change, the devotees change, and others also who are participating keep changing, so that everybody gets a chance to participate and do what is required. And as I said again, what Narasimhaji said just now, it was a kind of a gamble at that point in time when everything was being changed, that too during the COVID. But this has paid off well, I think, as we understand it. I'm sure academically also you're doing well. So far the results have been coming out quite well. And this is our Indian education system, which balances both. It has no conflict with each other. The worldly education and the spiritual go hand in hand. That is how Indian education was designed. I hope this model will become inspirational for many other institutions around the world to pick up and follow, so that the children will benefit at the end. And when children benefit and grow up well, when they grow and become citizens of the countries, they will be good citizens. They will be good citizens of the world. That is the idea. But overall, I'm quite happy that you knew all the answers, and new segments were added, like the general knowledge about various countries that are coming. Even I could not have guessed the flag. One of the flags I couldn't guess. So you can imagine. You are very sharp and you're paying attention. This is very good. They've also added from Sri Sathya Sai Divya Katha some very nice questions. That also makes me very happy that you are paying attention and learning. And also from the Know Your Mission segment, some of our other organizations, some few questions here and there were there, which also you knew little about. This is a very good thing, because you should know about everything that is happening in our mission, and in every of these institutions. You are paying attention, you are learning. That is very important, because a student's main theme is to learn. Everything else happens after that. Vidyarthinah kuto sukham sukhartinah kuto vidyadese. Where is the pleasure and merrymaking for the students? And where is education or knowledge for the ones who do not pay attention? So you are paying attention, sacrificing your time and other leisure activities to learn. That is the way, and I'm very happy that we have finished almost quarter of the festival. We are 25% there. 75 more days to go. But you have learnt a lot in these 25 days, and makes me very happy. I want to congratulate the quiz masters as well as the organizers and all the participants. And I thought our devotees could participate a little more. Please give them also the mic sometimes, you students. One quiz we will have only devotees, no students. And I will set the questions. Everybody is a student at the end. They are also a student because they are here to learn. So we will make one quiz like that. With only devotees, I will select the devotees from all the countries, and I will put the question paper in place, and you have to answer. And if you don't answer properly, what should I do? What, David? Just love you more for not answering. Love comes in many shapes and sizes. You should know that. But we should have one. I think that would be big fun. And one full only staff. Only staff of institutions. Isn't it, David? Only staff of the institution. One quiz of only staff from schools, colleges, and medical school everywhere, from other administration roles. And one only for the devotees from around the world, different teams, mixed teams from around the world, various regions. I think we will do it next time. Okay.
सर्वसुगुणसिन्धवे सकलसुजनबन्धवे सर्वसुगुणसिन्धवे सकलसुजनबन्धवे गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महितमङ्गलम् सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महितमङ्गलम् दीनदुःखितपोषकाय दानधर्मप्रेरकाय दीनदुःखितपोषकाय दानधर्मप्रेरकाय सर्वलोकहितरकाय सर्वमङ्गलम् सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महितमङ्गलम् वेदनादवर्धकाय विश्वशान्तिस्थापकाय वेदनादवर्धकाय विश्वशान्तिस्थापकाय ब्रह्मज्ञानबोधकाय दिव्यमङ्गलम् सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महितमङ्गलम् सदय हृदयराजिताय सुमन सदन शङ्कराय सदय हृदयराजिताय सुमन सदन शङ्कराय शरणमुक्तिकारणाय मोक्षमङ्गलम् सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महितमङ्गलम् सत्यसायिनः प्रियाय सत्यप्रेमविग्रहाय सत्यसायिनः प्रियाय सत्यप्रेमविग्रहाय नित्यशुद्धनिर्मलाय नित्यमङ्गलम् सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय दिव्यमङ्गलम् सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महितमङ्गलम् ॐ जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्तजना संरक्षक भक्तजना संरक्षक पतिमहेश्वर ॐ जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतीका आपद्बान्धव ॐ जय जगदीश हरे मातपिता गुरुदैवमु मर्यन्तयु नीवे स्वामी मर्यन्तयु नीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नागेन्द्राशयन ॐ जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप ओजस्वी साई महादेव सद्गुरु साई महादेव मंगल हारति अंदुको मंगल हारति अंदुको मंगलगिरि हारे ॐ जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ॐ नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण ॐ नारायण नारायण ॐ जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ॐ नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण ॐ नारायण नारायण ॐ जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ॐ नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण ॐ नारायण नारायण ॐ जय सद्गुरुदेवा शांति 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 समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शांति शांति शांति। जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय। जय बोलो सद्गुरु श्री मधुसूदन साई जी की जय।